Well, hello there, Abundant Life Living community. It is I, Coach Tonya LaShawn Bryant. I am your transformational coach, and I work with women to help them transform their lives through learning how to shift their mindset. I want to welcome you all to a dose of encouragement, where I provide motivation, encouragement, and just inspiration to help you move forward to go live that abundant life. I'm excited. I'm normally on Mondays and Thursdays. Last week I um, was talking about, well, actually this whole month of October, I've been talking about overcoming limiting beliefs. And so today we're going to just continue on. And so our topic today is going to be focusing around maintaining positive change, maintaining positive change. And so we've covered identifying, challenging, and reframing limited belief. Now it's time to talk about how to make sure these changes stick, right? And so it is so important as we are making change in our life that we are walking in consistency, right? That we are consistent about the work that we're doing. Changing your mindset takes time and effort, and consistency is the key. And the more you practice positive thinking and behavior, the more natural it becomes, right? And so we're talking about maintaining that positive change. And in order for you to really maintain that positive change, you've got to have consistency. Or one of the things that I'm always talking about, and because it's an area that I am constantly working at in my life, when we talk about consistency, it really takes this discipline. And discipline is the consistent human effort to create space in your life, spirit, soul, body, and financial, in order to achieve a certain goal. So if we're going to overcome these limiting beliefs, we've got to implement that consistency, implement that discipline into our life. And so I want to give you some tips for maintaining positive change because, as I said, we've talked about, we've covered identifying and challenging and reframing limited beliefs. And so to maintain those things in our life, we've got to look at what does it take for me to maintain that positive change in our life or in my life. And so one of the things that you can do to one of a tip that you can utilize in maintaining that positive change in your life is practicing daily affirmations, right? Those affirmations really are going to reinforce your new beliefs by repeating them, like saying things like I am capable. I create my own opportunities. I am good health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and infinite money. Things such as I have the divine power and the equipment and the ability within to go forth, to be, to do, and to have all the good that I desire. These are things that I'm constantly speaking and affirming daily in my life. And so when you begin to practice daily affirmations, you are reinforcing your new beliefs. Because when we talk about what an affirmation is simply a positive statement that helps to challenge and overcome self sabotaging and negative thoughts. Affirmations, and get this, reprogram our subconscious mind from negative to positive thinking. So when you practice those daily affirmations, you are literally doing the work of reprogramming your subconscious mind, right? Getting rid of the negative and taking on the positive. And as you continue to affirm this and repeat this, you believe it, right? When you believe something, you think it to be so. So what we're doing is we're retraining right? Our thoughts, retraining our mind. So, one way that you can maintain that positive change is practicing daily affirmations. Number two, another tip that you can take on in maintaining your positive change in your life to really overcome those limiting beliefs is surround yourself with positivity. Be mindful of your environment and the people around you. Surround yourself with those who will uplift and encourage your growth. Oh, and that is so key because you often are influenced by your environment. So and we look at young people growing up, right? Growing up in maybe a challenging environment, that's going to influence their life. That's going to influence how they live, how they be, how they grow up to be adults, right? So you have to be careful about the environment that people, my mom used to always say, like the people you hang out with kind of defines almost who you are. So who are you hanging out with? Who's in your sphere of influence? Who is in your tribe, right? You want to surround yourself with those that are going to uplift and encourage your growth. So it may be with you working on overcoming limiting beliefs, look at your tribe. Look at the folks that you're rocking with, right? Are they um causing you to go at another level, or are they pulling you back, right? So that was number two in maintaining your positive change. Three, monitor your progress. Keep track of how you're feeling and how your mindset has shifted over time and celebrate the victories along the way, right? One of the things is keeping a journal, mapping out, writing about how you're doing, daily indicating if you're working on a particular area and we're talking about overcoming limited belief. How did things go for you this day? How did they go for you yesterday? It's so great to be able to go back and look at that and really analyze and see and see your progress, right? Or see the lack of, right? When you write something down, I was listening to a teaching, and I hope I wrote down what this person said. Writing the vision down gives you weight and reality. So writing things down, it brings forth the reality of what can be, what is, right? And so it's so important that we are really monitoring and keeping track of how we're feeling, right? I can go and look at, I always talk about the journals back there. I'm going, let's see. Oh, so my journals back there. I'm not doing this really well. Anyway, those on that top shelf, journals. And so oftentimes I'll go back through and look and see, how have I advanced? Have I advanced? I'll go back and see what I was feeling at that time and where I'm at today, right? We're talking about maintaining positive change in your life. And I'm giving you some tips on how to maintain, because we've been talking about overcoming limited beliefs all this month, right? And we talked about, we identified limited beliefs, how we can begin to change them, and how we can reframe limited beliefs. And so when we're doing all this work, then how do we maintain that work that we're doing? And so one of the ways that you can maintain, as maintaining positive change, is through practicing daily affirmations, surrounding yourself with positivity, monitoring your progress, seeing where you're at, being intentional, right? Being intentional about you overcoming those limited beliefs, being intentional. So really monitoring, where am I at? Oh, look at, and celebrating those small victories along the way, right? Another thing that you really can do, and I've been talking about it, is just encourage to do. I'm encouraging you to journal. Keeping a journal, and as I've been talking about, really can document your growth and reflect on the progress you've made in overcoming limited beliefs, right? Um, I can look at my own life, and I have been able to transform mindsets by staying consistent, with my daily affirmations and journaling. Just as I've been saying, it wasn't overnight, but over time I began to see significant progress in my life. I began to look at the how I become more confident, and having a different outlook on where I'm at. I Many of you know that I'm on this journey to release this weight. And so I actually, last week, went and saw my doctor, and we did a checkup. Um, and so, she was asking how things are going, and, they're going. And she had given me my weight the last time I was there, and then my weight today. And so or the weight, not today, but my weight when I went. And she had told me, from that I had lost 5 pounds, right? And so I I have been looking at the scale. I'm not paying as much attention because I'm looking more at my clothes and my body. I can tell that I'm slowly releasing stuff. But and then I do look at the scale, and so sometimes it seems off. Sometimes it's like I've lost a pound, gained a pound, but I didn't realize, because I think I saw her about 2 months ago, or a month or so ago. Well, I don't know. But anyway, I lost 5 pounds. So yay. So celebrating those wins, right? And that, and writing about that, right? Documenting that, putting that in my journal, writing that down in my journal, right? Because documenting my growth and reflecting on the progress that I'm making, that's what motivates you to keep going, right? So looking at the positive change in your life, maintaining the change, maintaining that positive change, because change, and I'm actually taking a class right now on motivational interviewing. And so we've been talking in the class, or in the content, talking about just the change theory, right? And what it takes to go through the change, right? And to embrace change. And so, by you writing down and documenting your progress, or maybe even your lack of, to help motivate you, like, okay, wait, I've been doing this. What do I need to tweak, right? Because I should be a little further along. What is it that I need to, and then it allows you to begin to analyze and look at your life and see what you need to work on. So, um, excuse me, we've been talking about maintaining positive change. Tips that I gave you today on how you can maintain a positive change. And before I say that, just remember that changing your mindset, it takes time and effort, right? And so change is not easy sometimes. And so we've got to begin to document and keep a positive mindset and a positive kind of attitude about ourselves as we navigate and do that necessary work to make the changes and to overcome those limiting beliefs, right? And so the tips I gave you is: number one, practice daily affirmations, right? Practice daily. That the power behind affirmations is intense. And as you practice that, you begin, as I talked about earlier, affirmations really reprogram your subconscious mind from negative thinking to positive thinking. Number two, surround yourself around with positivity, right? These are tips for maintaining positive change. One, practice daily affirmations. Two, surround yourself with positivity. Three, monitor your progress, right? Keep track. Don't just, I'm doing whatever, but you're not tracking it. Track it. And that's an area, to be real transparent, that I am working on. I struggle with that sometimes, right? And encourage maintaining positive change. Journal, right? Begin to journal so that you can document and see how you are progressing. If you're wanting to make the positive changes in your life, I want to offer you, go ahead and download my free ebook of how to begin changing your life through overcoming limited beliefs. And you can go to bit.ly/limits 2024. That's right. Go ahead and download my free book on overcoming limited beliefs. You can go to bit.ly/limits 2024. I'm telling you, this, as we get ready for this new season, this new year, it's important that we are doing the work. It's important that we overcome those limits and beliefs, right? Because oftentimes when you believe something, you're thinking it to be true. So if you have a negative um, belief about certain things, and you need to begin to do that work to change that, right? And as we enter into this next year, you don't want to bring in those limited beliefs. You want to deal with them and walk in the power and the victory that is yours. I want to thank you so much for joining me for a dose of encouragement. I am Tonya LaShawn Bryant. I am your transformational coach, and I teach women how to transform their lives by shifting their mindset. I'm on Mondays and Thursdays. So I will see you on Thursday, where we will continue on with our discussion of overcoming limited beliefs. Again, you're going to want to go to bit.ly slash what I'm it's coming across the screen. So bit.ly/limits 2024. bit.ly/limits 2024. That'll allow you to download my free Overcoming Limited Beliefs ebook. Thank you so much. Go live life abundantly, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye now.